So, today, we're going to dive into a pretty chilling story. It starts as a police encounter, but it quickly spirals into this full-blown supernatural nightmare. We're going to break down how this story builds its terror, not with cheap jump scares, but with this creeping dread that really makes you question everything you think you know about good and evil.
And it all starts right here, not with fear, but with total defiance. Those are the words of Nirmal, a feared criminal, as he's being cornered by a police officer. Right away, that line tells you this isn't your typical showdown. This guy isn't scared of dying. It's almost like he's welcoming it.
So this is what we're calling the final showdown. And look, this isn't just the end of a police chase. This is the catalyst, the exact moment where what seems like a simple crime story just completely twists into something else, something far, far more terrifying.
Okay, so what we've got here is your classic setup, right? On one side, there's Shocker, the officer who's all about law and order. And on the other, you've got Nirmal, the perfect picture of chaos. But as you're about to see, those lines between order and chaos, they're gonna get very, very blurry. The whole confrontation just blows up in an instant. Shekhar tells him to surrender, but Nirmal, he just starts firing his gun wildly. He's not even trying to escape. It's more like he's making some kind of final, desperate statement. Shekhar has no choice. He takes the shot, and Nirmal goes down. But this is nowhere near the end.
And there it is. With his last breath, Nirmal lays down a curse. He promises his spirit will never leave Shekhar alone. This is the moment the story pivots from a crime scene into a genuine haunting.
And that leads us right into our next section, a promise from the grave. The physical threat might be gone, but a brand new, unseen one is just starting to take shape, and it's happening in the one place nobody wants to be.
You can just feel the atmosphere shift, can't you? We're in the city morgue. It's classic horror stuff. The lights start to flicker, the air gets icy cold, and then there's that unmistakable feeling that you're being watched. Any relief the officers felt after the shootout is already gone, replaced by a whole new kind of fear. And here's the first sign that something is seriously, profoundly wrong. The body's lifeless, but his eyes are glowing. It's such a simple, terrifying image that just completely defies reality. I mean, how is that even possible?
Well, the answer comes just a few moments later, and it is horrifying. A morgue guard, a totally innocent guy just doing his job, suddenly speaks with Nirmal's voice. The entity has found its first host, and it's announcing its chilling new mission: vengeance.
I mean, this transformation is just terrifying. The guard isn't just some puppet. His entire personality is being overwritten. His eyes glow white, he starts moving with Nirmal's arrogant swagger, and his voice becomes this deep, unnatural vessel for that vengeful spirit.
All this possession stuff brings up a huge question, which leads us right to the heart of the mystery, the symbol of pride. See, this spirit isn't just some random angry force. It's anchored to something physical, and its power is growing. Now the team has to figure out how to fight it. And the attacks, man, they start escalating with this chilling precision. First, it uses the guard to kill one of Shekhar's officers. Then, it jumps bodies and possesses another officer's wife. The pattern is crystal clear. This isn't random. The spirit is picking off Shekhar's team one by one, and you just know it's saving him for last.
So, what's fueling all of this? It's this medallion. They took it off Nirmal's body. The officers start to notice that it glows brighter every time the spirit does something violent. They realize this thing is the symbol of his pride, the anchor for his soul.
And with that discovery, they think they've found the solution. This isn't about bullets or some fancy exorcism. The only way to stop this thing is to destroy the source of its ego, its anchor to our world. They've got to burn the medallion.
But, you know, a story like this is never that simple, is it? The final act, what we're calling an unsettling silence, reveals that destroying this medallion actually uncovers a truth that might just be more disturbing than the haunting itself.
So Shekhar goes back to the morgue, alone. He's ready to end this for good. But as he's about to burn the medallion, the spirit, now desperate, starts pleading with him. It doesn't ask for mercy, though. It just asks him to read something on the medallion before he destroys it. And for a second, Shekhar hesitates. He turns the medallion over, and on the back he sees this small, crude inscription, a message that's about to reframe this entire horrifying encounter. And what he reads, well, it changes everything.
The message claims that Narration wasn't a criminal at all. He was a wrestler. He says he was framed and that this medal, this supposed symbol of his criminal pride, was actually proof of his achievements. And in a flash, his defiance, his rage, it all starts to make a terrible, terrible kind of sense.
Even after that shocking revelation, Shekhar does what he came to do. He burns the medallion. But the spirit doesn't just vanish in a puff of smoke. No, the smoke actually gathers together into the shadowy figure that just hangs in the air for a moment before fading away, leaving behind one last chilling whisper.
The voice just echoes in the empty room. This era is not over. It's not really a threat of another attack. It's more like a statement, a promise that the injustice, the rage, the spirit itself, it hasn't really been defeated. It's just waiting.
So what did Shekhar actually destroy that night? Was it a monster born from pure evil, or was it the last echo of a man who was just crying out for justice? The story leaves us with that haunting question. The possessions may have stopped, but just like Narration promised, maybe the real game is just beginning.